You still couldn't kiss her?
She has a taint. I can't see it, but I know it's there.
Oh, so now you're finding fault on a subatomic level.
You still couldn't kiss her? She has a taint. I can't see it, but I know it's there. So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level. Level. Yeah. So again, I'll give you some vocabulary. Taint. Oops. Grab that. Taint. Finding fault. On and level are going to go together. Subatomic. So we do have some difficult words. Taint, fault, subatomic. And we have some collocation. So once again, when we talk about the word level, almost always it's going to be tied to on a level. Okay, so that's just collocation. When we have the word fault, finding is going to be really common. Finding fault. To find fault with something or someplace. Some interesting problems. Has a taint. Hesitate. Ooh, a lot of you did that. Great job. Scenario. Wow, I like it. That was a common mistake. And a lot of you wrote, instead of finding, funny. So if you wrote this word or this word or this word, you're completely in the wrong direction of the sentence. And because of that, dictation is impossible. These hesitate, scenario, and funny, those words, great words. And yeah, they do sound kind of similar, but those words are so far from actually what was said that your mind is going to be stuck. It's going to stick to hesitate, scenario, and funny, and then everything else is going to be a problem. That's what happens. This is what happens. So if we look at the words again, has a taint. Okay, vocabulary. So now that's easy. Finding, that's not that bad. If you had fault, you should get finding. Okay, this is something that you're going to have to learn, how words kind of fit together. How do you learn that? By constantly studying, by continuously studying. So DDM is perfect. Okay, so let's go back here. You still couldn't kiss her? You still couldn't kiss her? Really? That tone. Really?
You still couldn't kiss her? You still couldn't kiss her? You still couldn't kiss her?
She has a taint. She has a taint. She has a taint.
She has a taint. She has a taint. She has a taint. She has a taint. Yeah. So now that I give you the word, it's easy.
She has a taint.
Almost a little heavy on the SH. I agree. Little heavy on the SH. She has a taint. But there's no question. She has a taint. That's what he said. Okay. There's a really famous song that talks about taint. Do you know that song? Oh, it's a good song. If you know it, yeah, I'll ask you. So I'll leave a question here. What song am I referring to? Maybe you're thinking of a different song, but I know a really good song. Good song.
She has a taint. She has a taint. I can't see it, but I know it's there. I can't see it, but I know it's there.
You guys did a great job here, okay? I can't stop T. See it, stop T. But I flap T. Know it, stop T, and that S comes over. Listen.
I can't see it, but I know it's there. I can't see it, but I know it's there.
It's there. It's there. His pronunciation is excellent. There was no real cancellation at all. Everything is here. You guys did great. I can't see it, but I know it's there. Okay, everything was there, and you guys did great for the dictation. Again, I can't see it, but I know it's there. I can't see it, but I know it's there. I can't see it, but I know it's there. Okay? So stop. Why so many stop sounds? To emphasize. I can't see it, but I know it's there. This sentence, every word is important. Every word is important, so he's emphasizing. Okay? So Elaine, her O is really small. It's there, but it's really tough to hear. So now you're finding fault.
I can't see it, but I know it's there.
So now you're finding.
That's the
So now you're finding fault on a. So now you're finding fault on. So now you're finding fault. So So now you're finding. So now you're finding. So now you're finding. So now you're finding.
So now you're finding. So now you're finding. So the D is there. It is there. It's not strong. It's not finding. We don't say it. So now you're finding. So now you're finding. So now you're finding. So now you're finding. There's a D there. It is definitely there. It's definitely there. Now finding fault. That's the collocation.
So now you're finding fault on a. So now you're finding fault on a.
Fault, Tana, and we hear that T linking. Fault, Tana. So now you're finding fault, Tana. So now you're finding fault, Tana. Subatomic level. Oh, subatomic level. Wow.
So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level. So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level. So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level.
Does that make sense? I'm guessing for some of you, what? Don't worry. I'll explain tomorrow. It's easy. It's easy. Trust me, it's easy. I'll explain it in a very easy way tomorrow, and you will absolutely understand. So don't worry. But right now it might be kind of confusing. But can you hear the words, kind of?
So now you're finding fault on a.
So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level.
So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level. So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level. So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level.
Okay? 2 times. Next scene, Jerry's car. Jerry's driving. Elaine sits shotgun. To sit shotgun means to sit in the passenger seat. Elaine, you still couldn't kiss her? After sterilizing her mouth? She has a taint. A taint means dirty. Something's wrong. Could be poison. Okay? Something's wrong. And I said this word always reminds me of a song, and this is the song. Tainted Love by Soft Cell. Actually, the song is much older. It's from the 1960s. It's an old song, but I was a teenager in the 1980s, and Soft Cell made that song popular again in the 1980s. And then Marilyn Manson has another version from the 90s. Actually, I like his version. He does a good job with the version. Tainted Love. Love that there's something wrong. There's something wrong. And if anything is tainted, it's almost impossible to untaint it. The idea, once again, of being tainted, there's something wrong inside, mixed inside. There's poison inside. And you can't extract, you can't remove that easily. So if something is tainted once, it'll always be tainted. So if you're in a relationship and it's tainted in your mind, then if you stay with the person, you may love the person, but you're always gonna remember that thing, or hopefully not things. Maybe the person did something bad, really wrong. And then that just, it's going to stay with you, and that's too bad. It's sad. A lot of people are in a tainted relationship. Hopefully not. I hope not. We need to learn to forgive and forget. It's very helpful in a relationship. You know, you only live once, right? So if the person is generally decent, try and forgive and forget. Don't take advice from me, especially regarding relationships. But that's the idea. So once again, the important point is, if something is tainted, it's almost impossible to untaint it. Right? And that's what Jerry says. She has a taint. I can't see it, but I know it's there. We know what the taint is. She's got toilet mouth. Now, she's been sterilized. But still, every time Jerry sees her mouth, he's going to see a toilet. Here comes the toilet. Oh, this is not good. Now, Jerry, if you watch Seinfeld, you know that Jerry has had 1 million girlfriends, and with every girlfriend, he finds a problem. Every girl, there's no perfect girl. They all have problems. But this girl, is pretty good. The only problem is toilet mouth. But he disinfected, he sterilized her mouth. But still it's there. It's not there. Actually, it's sterile. It's completely clean. But Jerry keeps looking and looking, and even though he can't see a problem, he knows it's there, that the past toilet issues there. So Elaine says, oh, so now you're finding fault on a subatomic level. So there's nothing big that you can touch and see the problem. Jerry's looking more. He's looking deeper. He's looking smaller. It's this tiny problem. It's so small. It's smaller than an atom. It doesn't exist, basically, but he has this problem. He sees this problem, and the problem is so small. For regular people, it's subatomic. It's a super tiny problem, but anyway, it's a problem for Jerry.
You still couldn't kiss her?
She has a taint. I can't see it, but I know it's there.
So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level.
You still couldn't kiss her?
She has a taint. I can't see it, but I know it's there.
So now you're finding fault on a subatomic level.